Hey guys, welcome to the channel JPEX Essentials. My name is Jonathan, and today we're going to be talking about watches and why I switched from these smartwatches back to real watches. So let's get right to it. On this channel, we discuss everything EDC, gadgets, and anything related to the outdoor lifestyle. So for years now, I've been rocking this Apple Series 6 watch, and it was fine. I never saw a need to really upgrade to like the Ultra because this still works fine. I use it mainly to pay whenever I go somewhere I could just easily tap. But I don't know if I'm getting old, but recently I want to disconnect really from multiple devices to get notifications. I mean, you always have your phone, or I always have my phone on me, and I don't need my phone and my watch to tell me that I have a message. I don't really track my sleep. I don't need to know my heart rate. So really there's no use for me to really have this on my wrist anymore. And I just like the feel of a real watch now. So today what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over my Brokey watch collection. Because I think naturally if you like knives and gadgets, you're gonna love watches. I have a real soft spot for Casio and G-Shock watches. So we'll review my top 5 Casio / G-Shock watches and why I chose them and why I prefer them over the Apple Watch or any smartwatch. So why am I switching back from smartwatches to a regular watch? The first real reason is that I really hated charging these things. Sometimes I'll do really well and I'll remember to charge it every day for like a week. And then there'll be that one night I forget to charge it, and then this just sits on my counter or my nightstand for like weeks. Don't get me wrong, there are features to a smartwatch that is very beneficial. For example, if I put my phone on silent and I would have my wife try to call my phone, I wouldn't be able to find my phone. But you can ping your phone and it'll take it off of silent, and then you can find your phone right away. That's my favorite feature of a smartwatch. So maybe I'll keep this smartwatch charged on my nightstand, so in case I ever lose my phone and it's on silent, I could just ping my phone right away. Alright, so some of you guys might make fun of the list of watches that I have today, but I've had expensive watches in the past and they're just not for me. I'm so rough with my watches. I'll bang them on a brick wall, I'll scratch the band, I'll scratch the glass, I'll hit a table, or I'll just lose them in general. So for me, if the watch is from a reputable company that has a long-standing reputation of making great watches, that works for me, and it tells the time, the date. So let's get started. The number 5 on the list is the Casio MDV 106, and the reason why this one's on my number 5 is because it does wear a little bit bigger than what I'd like. I have super small wrists. And usually if I'm in a mood for a big face watch, I'll put this on. This is a classic dive watch from Casio, and I just love the look of dive watches. The face is super easy to read, stainless steel casing. I love the resin band. This one I think right now goes for about 60 to 70 bucks on Amazon, and it's really a solid watch. Can't go wrong with that. The next watch that I have at number 4 is a classic one as well, and I love this one because it's super light and it's durable. It's the G-Shock DW5600, or DW5600UE to be exact. And I like this one over the bigger G-Shock because it fits my wrist a little bit better. It's comfortable, the resin band is awesome, and it has that legendary G-Shock durability. One thing I really do like about G-Shock watches is that or any Casio watch, is that it beeps every hour. I don't really use the alarm features or anything like that. The thing that I'll use it mainly for is to tell the time, or the hourly chime. I didn't get the multiband 6 version of this one. The multiband 6 version of this will actually automatically change the time of the watch wherever you are in the world, if it's connected to that tower or something like that. I don't know all the details about it, but yeah, this one is super solid, super comfortable. You can take this on hiking. It's sporty, it's rugged. Yeah, solid choice. Now, if I could do it over, I would probably get the multi-band 6 and the tough solar. That way I don't ever have to change the battery. But overall, I mean, I don't mind changing the battery on this thing every 3-4 years or something like that. But yeah, definitely a good choice. And then the next one I have at number 3, and this one is one of my favorites because it has that super retro look, and this is the Casio A168. This is the newer version of the classic, I think, one that they had in the 90s. But this one has that really vintage retro look that I love. And it also has that light, the, what is it called? The illuminator light, which is super cool. And you know, I barely feel this thing on. I could sleep with this. I hate sleeping with watches, and I could sleep with this one because I could barely feel it. I think this one's even lighter than this one. And then at 30 bucks, I mean, you can't really beat that. If you lose this thing, get a new one. I might buy the gold version and the all silver version without all the coloring as well, just to have in my collection. But yeah, I just love the look of this. It's simple, it's not flashy, and I love the vintage and retro look of this. So next on the list at number 2 is the Casio GM2100-1A, and this is also known as the Casio Oak. I think because it's reminiscent of the AP Royal Oak. But man, I love this watch. It looks super nice. The band is super comfortable. And I did not get the Tough Solar or the Bluetooth version. I wish I would have, because that one will actually sync to your phone and change the time automatically. And then you never have to change the battery because it's solar. But I'm happy with this purchase. It has that legendary G-Shock durability. And you can actually customize this watch to be unique to you. There's a lot of kits out there that can make it however you want it to make, or however you want it to look. So super nice watch. I think this watch right now is going for $160 online. The Bluetooth and solar version is $200. But you can. I actually got this watch for like $120 or $130. But super solid watch. Definitely like one of my favorites. And then at the number 1 spot is a really, really cool retro vintage looking watch. This one is the Casio AE1200. And this was in the James Bond movie. James Bond was wearing it. And it's also dubbed as the Casio Royale. And this one's highly customizable. You can customize each screen to have a different color tint. You can take it off, change everything about it. This has a huge following. And the cool thing about this watch is that you can actually have 4 time zones listed on here. And then when you scroll through the time zones, you can see the map starts to move over. So that's a cool little nifty feature that it has. But I think this is a perfect size for my wrist. And it does have that little cool light, like that retro look. But I wear this one a lot. I might buy a few more just to customize it out, and you know, maybe pick one for each day of the week or flavor of the week, or depending on my outfit. But this is super nice. It looks metal, but it's not metal. It's actually resin. So it wears super light and super comfortable. It's not meant to be like, you know, a dive watch or anything like that. It's water resistant, but it does have a 10-year battery, which is crazy for a watch. So that is my top 5 Casio / G-Shock watches. I do want to eventually get some more watches, like a field watch, maybe get a Vair watch or an automatic Hamilton. So let me know if you agree with this list. This is my top 5 Casio / G-Shock watches, and if yours is different, I'd love to see what your list is. But I enjoy wearing every single one of these watches. Alright guys, so let me know if you agree with my list. Those are my top 5 Casio / G-Shocks that I really enjoy wearing every single day. If yours is different, I'd love to hear about it in the comments, and I will catch you next time. Peace.